Where am I even going to start? Okay, so let's start off with the stuff that I bought in stores, so stuff that you got a peek of there. First up, we have a skull-faced bookseller, Honda-san. Now this one is quite a recent release by Yen Press, and it just looks absolutely hilarious. It was like, I don't really like getting so many new series, but there was just so much hype on Twitter and stuff about it. Everyone was talking about it and saying it was so funny. And I haven't really got that many comedy series, so this is one I really just wanted to check out. I think it's going to have like such good like reaction faces and stuff. So that is the first volume of bookseller Honda-san. Next up, this is actually a light novel. So this is the light novel for Overlord, Volume 1. I absolutely love the Overlord anime and manga, and I just wanted to check out the first volume of the light novel just to see if I would enjoy it even more than the manga and the anime. And I definitely did enjoy some of the more details that we got from the light novel. Everything was like, there was so many like little character interactions. I'm not doing like, oh, look at some text. But yeah, there was so many good like character interactions in here that weren't in the manga or the light novel. I don't know, I forgot how long it takes me to read an actual book. Like, I read this one volume and then I read volumes 1 to 8 of the Overlord manga. I have them here actually. I just feel like the manga just picks out the very best bits of the light novel, and the art is absolutely hilarious and just so good. And yeah, I feel like this series is just one that I'm just gonna stick with the manga for it. It's just a really underrated series in my opinion. I absolutely love it. Next up we have volume 1 of Your Lie in April. This is actually quite a nice release by Kodansha. This is actually a completed series. It's all out in English and there are 11 volumes. This actually follows these two characters. This guy is like used to be a prodigy like piano player, and then there's like some kind of history with it and his parents, and then he meets this beautiful girl who is like a professional violinist, and basically she's kind of making him be his accompanying music and makes him kind of fall in love with music again. And it's just a really emotional story. Like, I'm not really a big fan of like classical music or anything, but it really does just you can just picture some amazing epic kind of music coming out of this, and it's just so good. I was really tearing up by the end. It was so good. Just can't wait to complete the whole series and read it all. I've watched the anime. The anime is fantastic. Obviously you have the benefit of having the music and stuff in the anime, but I don't know, I don't feel like I was so engaged with it when I watched it on the anime. Like, I definitely felt kind of more connected to the characters this time around. Next up I have volume 1 of Aoharu Ride. This is a kind of romance series, and it follows a kind of high school tomboy girl who isn't really interested in guys, but of course there's a guy from her past that she always kind of had feelings for, and it's just about them, I guess, just kind of their romance blossoming, and it's really good. I really enjoyed this first volume. I really felt a connection to the author because like she has a little greetings bit and kind of introduces herself and kind of opens up about her nervousness and like anxieties about being an author and things like that, and yeah, it was just so good. This one's complete in Japanese, but I think we only have volume 6 so far, and I saw the release schedule. It actually looks like it's going to be like at least a year or two until we have all 13 volumes, so it's probably going to be one I'll just slowly collect and just kind of wait for it all to be released. Okay, next up, sorry this isn't a manga, but in anticipation for Junji Ito's adaptation of No Longer Human, I actually picked up the novel while I was in Japan, and this is like a really old novel. When was it actually written? It was written in like the 50s or something, and there was an interesting kind of foreword in the translation as well. So it says that the literal translation of the Japanese title is actually disqualified as a human being, and sometimes it's known as just the disqualified. So this is a really interesting book. It's really dark and twisted, and it's just inside the mind of someone who feels completely kind of isolated from society, like he kind of is just a different species, he's just an alien, and it's really dark. The nature of this story is going to make for such a good Junji Ito version of it. It's very twisted and creepy, and I think Junji Ito is going to do a fantastic job for it, so I cannot wait to pick that one up. Next up I have volumes 5 through 8 of Pluto. This is an Urasawa and Osamu Tezuka crossover. Of course, it's a retelling of Astro Boy. I actually read a couple chapters of Astro Boy while I was over in Japan, because I went to the Osamu Tezuka museum, and yeah, I'm excited to get into this one. I've been holding off on it for so long for some reason. I've had volumes 1 to 4 for ages, but I just haven't picked it up. And yeah, it just looks incredible. I love the release. I love the art style of it. I love the, you know, there's going to be some, you know, sci-fi philosophical nature to it, and I just cannot wait to read this one, and I'll be sure to let you know what I think of it. Next up, I have volumes 24, 25, 26, 27 and 28, which is honestly one of my favourite covers, of Attack on Titan. This series is definitely, you know, coming to the end apparently. That's what the mangaka's saying anyway, but yeah, I really have heard that this series just kind of levels up in quality, you know, from volume like 22 onwards or something. I'm only on volume 20 myself, and I've just been holding off for some reason, just because I was going to wait until it ended, but then, you know, just hearing all the hype about it, and I got a couple spoilers as well, so I just wanted to, you know, read it for myself and catch up with everyone, and yeah, I cannot wait to read this. Right, okay, let's get into the packages now. This will be interesting. So I've bought from like loads of different places. I've bought some new, some used, some from Books Please, some from Book Depository. So here we have a package from Books Please. So you get bubble wrap and stuff inside. And in here we have volumes. Oh my god, these are amazing. We have 1, 2. Oh, that colour is so good. And 3 of Dorohedoro. This series is an insanely dark, kind of twisted, magical series. It is so bloody and gruesome, and it's so dark. There's this kind of civilization in somewhere called the Hole, and you know, there's sorcerers live there, and have been doing crazy experiments on people apparently. So the main character actually has like a reptile or crocodile head. Because of this spell, and I think he's just trying to find out who like kind of cursed them, and he's trying to kill them or kind of redo or something like that. But oh my god, this is just as crazy as I remember. Yeah, I remember reading this in a manga museum and just absolutely, you know, fall in love with it and wanting to continue on the story. And yeah, it's just insane. So I've got the first 3 volumes just to kind of, you know, test the waters a bit. I think the 23rd volume has just been released. I saw a couple of people have the whole thing. Oh, these all have the new spines. I didn't know that would happen. That's nice. It's completed 23 volumes now, and yeah, I'm just going to read these 3. If I still, you know, really like it, I will most likely be picking up the whole series. So yep, that's Dorohedoro. Right, now let's look at an Amazon package. There's no bubble wrap or anything, it's just cardboard all around it, but they look okay. I've never actually had a problem with any packaging going wrong from Amazon. Oops. So first up here we have My Lesbian Experience with Loneliness. This is a very bizarre title. I probably won't be able to show anything. Whoa, this is pink inside! Oh my god, I didn't know that. Good luck with manga. That's a really interesting art style, isn't it? Jesus. Oh, I'm so excited to read that. I think I'll read that tonight actually. But yeah, okay, this is very interesting. So a 28-year-old woman who's never had sex. Just a story about a young woman's struggles with depression and sexuality. And that sounds really, really interesting. It's insane. This is like an insane subject matter. So yeah, I'm very interested. This is something completely different from me. I've never read anything like this. But I've heard nothing but good things about it, so I'm very excited to read that one. Next up we have, this is actually book 2 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Diamond is Unbreakable. Volume 1 is going to be in these packages somewhere, but I just absolutely love JoJo. I'm just in love with these hardcover releases as well. Part 3 has been my favourite so far, just with the introduction of stands, and I'm sure that there's still stands being used in part 4, so I'm just really excited to see where it goes. I'm kind of disappointed because it's going to take so long. I won't be able to binge this kind of thing if I'm waiting for these Viz releases, but I'll be patient and I'll just read it a bit at a time. So that's that. Now let's look at this one's Book Depository. I literally just if I'm wanting something, I'll look and see who's the cheapest, and then I'll buy from them. So in here, again, not any special packaging, just cardboard all around it. I thought this one was hardback for some reason. We have MW by Osamu Tezuka, and oh, that's a bit creepy. Is that a furry? That's weird. Yeah, apparently this is one of Osamu Tezuka's darkest stories. And wait, this is printed the wrong way, isn't it? Why do you do that? Why do you do this? Quite interested in more of Tezuka's work, and this one looked really dark and creepy. And it's interesting. I didn't know this because I thought that, you know, it would all be the kind of comic book style of panels, but Tezuka's actually got a really unique way of, you know, making panels. Like, it's not just squares, but basically he really does kind of switch things up a bit. I'll try and find another example. But I don't feel like this art style is dated at all. I think it's got a really unique charm to it, and you know, I just can't wait to read this. But yes, that is MW by Osamu Tezuka. Right, let's go on to some used stuff now. This is from We Buy Books, which I get from Abe Books in the UK, and you know, it's just like I don't know, like a bin bag that they post it in. I mean, obviously I think this is like £3 or something. I get my volumes used, so obviously they can't, you know, spend too much money on packaging. This is volume 9 of Rave Master. I think I now have volumes 1 to 9 and 17 and 18. Of course, Hiro Mashima's first work before Fairy Tail, and kind of in my opinion, I feel like it's a bit better than Fairy Tail. It's just, maybe it doesn't feel so tropey because it happened before Fairy Tail. If you don't know, Rave Master is about, it follows this main character here who's set to become the next Rave Master, and he's just on a quest to find all these rave stones so he can kind of become more powerful and stop these evil beings who are trying to kind of stop world peace. Another used one, this is from World of Books. So we have Toriko, volume 33. That is a nice cover, isn't it? Oh, there's loads of colour. It's so colourful, and there's loads of characters. I love this. Toriko, I always say this, Toriko is a really good shonen. I can't remember if I ordered 29 or 30, and I can put my wee Japanese one in the middle. Exciting. But yeah, Toriko is like a food-based shonen manga. Toriko is out to, you know, hunt these gourmet meals, and he ends up destroying all these. He ends up having to fight all these crazy monsters. There's also there's also so many. It's so much more than just a food manga. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. All the supporting characters are so good. There's really good dynamics between the 4 kind of top gourmet hunters in the world as well. So that's volume 33. I do believe that the rest of the used books are going to be Toriko as well. Yeah, I just always buy them used, so it's just kind of really random the order that I'm collecting them in. This is 38. And currently I have basically 1 to 28 kind of solidly, and then after that it's like super random. Oh, there's 2 in here. 2 in here, so we have 32 and we have 39. That's a horrible cover, no offence. I kind of glossed over this one though, but 39 looks amazing. Again, we've got Toriko 32, 33, 38 and 39. So that's pretty good. They're all here in quite good condition as well, so quite happy with them. Another one from Books Please. Wait, the first time they packaged it really well with like bubble wrap and stuff, and this one's just paper. Okay, oh yes, the series I spoke about earlier. Oh, we have bookmarks with Books Please as well. Overlord. Yep, just can't wait. I have volumes 1 to 8, and once I read the light novel, I basically just sat and read volumes 1 to 8 again, and realised how much I love this series. So this is volume 9 and volume 10, and I do believe that's me caught up to the English release of the manga. I didn't actually mention this the first time, but Overlord, if you don't know, basically there's this guy, normal guy, who's playing this massive RPG game, and just as the servers are about to shut, he actually gets trapped in it. As this Overlord character, and kind of becomes like everyone's master and has to deal with things that he's would never dream of dealing with. But it's so good because he like sneakily puts in that one of the characters is in love with him and things like that, and this like the whole guild, like the supporting characters, are what make Overlord, to be honest. So all these characters is the one that pretends that this is the one that he like convinced to be in love with him, and then just they have like a dilemma because she likes him as well, and it's just so silly, and the artist is so good in this, the kind of reaction faces that they can make this scary skull guy just do like a shocked reaction and just look hilarious. So yeah, definitely recommend that manga if you have not picked it up. Now this one actually is addressed to HighlandManga, so either it's unexpected fan mail or it's a package that I'm expecting from none other than that man and his merch, because he hit 500 subscribers recently. Congratulations, man. If you haven't heard of him, I've been like watching YouTube videos for like a year and I had not heard of this guy's channel, and it's a shame because he's so passionate about, you know, manga, about everything, light novels, figures, and he's just a really good presenter as well. He's really funny as well. So recommend his channel if you have not heard of him. And I can already see little goodies in here. So he's chucked in a few key rings as extras. That's so kind of him. Oh, love it. And here, oh, they're so lovely. Thank you so much. And we have 3 items in this package. Oh, so excited. First of all, we have Laid Back Camp Volume 1, and this cover looks absolutely amazing. This, I cannot wait. Like, this honestly looks like the background on like some of the Highlands up here, and this looks good. Apparently it's kind of like just follows a group of friends while they go camping. It just looks, you know, just such a good time, just such a relaxing read, just kind of slice of life series. So yeah, brilliant, absolutely love it, can't wait. Yotsuba Volume 1. This is another slice of life series which follows this young girl, just kind of shenanigans that she gets into, speaking to people. Yeah, she just obviously doesn't know anything because she's a kid, so kind of going about asking all the questions, figuring out what's this, what's that, why, which I might get used to, but honestly kind of annoyed me the first time I read it, just because I was like, I don't like kids, they're so annoying. But I'm going to give it a reread, I'm going to give it another chance, because I did, you know, have moments where I was laughing at it, and hopefully I'll enjoy it. And last up in the package from that man and his merch is a light novel. So it's Konosuba, God's Blessing on this wonderful world. So I'm really excited about that one. I don't actually know much about it. It looks like she's a witch. There is a witch involved. Yeah, I can't really bullshit about anything about this actually. I don't know anything about it, but I can't wait to read it. But yeah, if you've read it and you enjoyed it, let me know. I hope I can make time for light novels. I literally just forgot how long. I haven't read a novel in so long. I just kind of forgot that how long it takes to actually read one. But yes, let's move on and let's do another Books Please one. This is a different packaging from them. They're really strange. Like Books Please, they're good because they're so cheap. But like I've had 3 different types of packaging, and they all came on. Like I ordered it all last Friday. And some packages came like within 3 days. Some packages came today. They're a bit all over the place, but this was only about £16.50 as opposed to the retail of £25. So I can't complain, and it's arrived in immaculate condition, so I can't complain. Mobile Suit Gundam, the origin, the manga, volume 1, and this is so heavy. Oh my god, my hand! I can't hold this up for so long. This looks amazing. The art looks incredible. This is my first Gundam manga. I got excited about it because I picked up my first Gundam when I was in Japan, and I still need to give him legs, but I just kind of thought, oh my goodness, this is a whole different genre that I've not ever explored, so I wanted to give it a shot. Absolutely cannot wait to get into it. I will probably do that this weekend as well. Okay, we're at the final 3 now. Let's do these ones. Who's this? Book Depository. Interesting. I think I know what this one is actually. Okay, so we have volume 9 of, I'm probably going to cover that in case it's a spoiler. Volume 9 of Everyone's Getting Married. This series was one of the first romance series I picked up. I think this is volume 8. And it's a completed 9-volume Josei romance series. Again, kind of confused because it's published by Shoujo Beat Viz. If anyone knows about this, let me know, because it's published by Shoujo Beat, but there's definitely like full blown like boobies in this. Like it's clearly not a show, it's clearly meant for like over 18s to read. as I'm just, you know, casually flicking through. But I mean, this is what I was expecting from this series. It's like it's about this couple who, the woman basically really wants to get married and the guy isn't so keen. He just kind of doesn't see the point in it, and it's a 9-volume completed series about a normal adult relationship, and I really enjoyed the first couple of volumes. I didn't fall in love with it. I wouldn't say it's my favourite romance so far. I'd probably say that's El Harrow Ride, but it was still pretty good, and I am curious to see how it's going to wrap up, so that's why I wanted to get volumes 8 and 9. Right, this is a mess. I'm unimpressed from this. This is a Books Please one. Like, so it's very variable on what you're going to get when you order from Books Please. Like, there's a rip in it. Like, let's see if anything's damaged. I'll not be happy with. Okay, first up we have volume 3 of Wonderland. This is a, you know, kind of, this is quite a new release actually. This only came out like last week. It's published by 7 Seas. This is a series which follows a main character who just woke up one day and she was absolutely tiny. No one really knows why. Like, there's the 3 of them trying to work a mobile phone there, and it's just really interesting. It's, you know, it's quite unique. There's still bits of comedy and you know, mystery aspects. Like, just right now no one really knows what's going on, why only certain areas in Japan have been turned small, and it's kind of goes into kind of like almost terrorism with, like, is this a weapon, this kind of ability that can make people tiny. Really interesting series. Definitely really excited to see where it goes. Not sure if it's finished in Japan yet or how many volumes it's at, but yeah, I'm quite looking forward to, you know, each release. Next up we have another light novel. So this is Bakano, the Rolling Bootlegs, and I've heard, like, basically loads of people say this is their favourite light novel, and I read a sample of it on the Kindle and it just sounded so cool. I only got the tiniest little sample, but from what I gathered, it's set in New York in the 1930s, and it follows these thieves or bootlegs, and they go on kind of adventures and stuff. Not entirely sure, but looking forward to getting into it. And finally for this one we have Soul Lannon by Inyo Asano. I've wanted this one for so long. It's just an all-in-one series by Inyo Asano. I don't know, it's like 3 volumes or something. This series it follows this couple basically. They're kind of graduated college, I think, and one of the guy wants to be a musician. The girl is kind of fed up with her job, and it just basically follows these 2 young adults as they kind of suss out life, you know, relationships, money problems, and it just seems so relatable. Like, you know, it's like this is set at the stage of their life that I'm in as well, just kind of early 20s, you know, dealing with stuff, relationship stuff. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. And you know, if it's Inyo Asano, it's probably going to have like a morbid, sad ending or something like that, but I hope not. But yeah, I cannot wait for just an evening. I'll just sit with like a cup of tea and just eat this whole thing, just read this whole thing. But yeah, that should be good. And okay, we're on the final package now. I know what it is, just by process of elimination, and I'm excited. We have volumes 2 and 3 of Giant Spider and Me. This is another release by 7 Seas. I don't actually have that many by them, but I'm happy to see my collection branching out and filling up with them. Absolutely amazing release, by the way. 7 Seas single volumes, just absolutely beautiful. We always get like a nice colour page. So this series is complete at 3 volumes. It is a slice of life series. It's kind of dystopian, kind of post-apocalyptic tale as well. So you meet this girl and she lives alone, and then she's out looking for food one day, and she finds this spider who kind of just follows her home. And so there's cute little moments, you know, it's kind of food based as well. There's recipes and stuff in it, little kind of funny moments with the spider. But there's also this underlying really dark theme that it's like, why is everyone dead? Like, or not dead, like why is there no one around? And then at the end of the first volume you meet another human for the first time, so I'm sure that overlying plot will kind of progress in the next 2 volumes. So that is the completed series and I can't wait to finish it. But yeah, that is absolutely everything for this video. Just so much. Like, I'm absolutely on a buying ban until I read all of this, and I still have more Naruto to read. I'm on volume 31 now, so making my way through it and really enjoying Naruto, but yes, I am on a ban. I put myself on a buying ban of this. This honestly just feels like Christmas. Like, it was just Like I just came back my holidays and I was just like feeling so down and like on a bummer, and I was like, right, I'm gonna go to the shop and I'm gonna buy some manga to read when I come home from work the first day back. And then like once you start buying, I just like couldn't stop, and I was just like, all these series that I wanted to finish, all the series that I wanted to start, I just went for it, and you know, I'm so excited. Like I just don't know where to start. I don't know what to read first. But yep, buying ban until I've read it all, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. By Kodansha. This series is complete at... Fuck's sake, Hannah. I was gonna Google that shit.